Hi, I'm Shantae Barnes, CEO and co-founder of Barnes Brother Books. And today I have with me author Jeremiah and author James. They are going to help us with our Let's Read Aesop's Fables. But before we do that, let's go over a few vocabulary words you'll need to know. You'll need to know what theme and moral are. They are actually synonyms. They both mean that the message or the lesson of the story. When I was an English teacher, I liked to write on the board the message, just the way you see it on the screen, because that really helps students internalize that theme is the message. And moral and theme are the same thing. So we're going to play this game.
Wow. Let's do this again. This is going to take a long.
Hi, I'm Shantae Barnes, CEO and co-founder of Barnes Brothers Books. With me today, I have Jeremiah and James, and they're going to help me out with Let's Read Aesop's Fables. Before we get started, I need you to understand a few vocabulary words. First is theme. Theme is the message or the lesson of the story. When I was an English teacher, I liked to write on the board the message to help students internalize that theme is the message of the story. You should also know you may hear me say theme or moral, and they are the same thing. They're synonyms. The moral is the lesson of the story. So how this works, and it really doesn't matter what your age is, your goal is to identify the theme / the moral at the end of the story. Give yourself 2 points if you are spot on or close. Give yourself 1 point if you come up with a theme, but it's not the theme that was given at the end of the story. I always tell students that a story can have more than one theme, more than one lesson. And if your lesson makes sense based on the events that happen in the story, then you can give yourself a point. Today's story is called Belling the Cat. Our illustration was provided by James, thank you. And our reader today will be Jeremiah. So let's get started.
The mice once called a meeting to decide on a plan to free themselves of their enemy, the cat. At least they wished to find some way of knowing when she was coming so they might have time to run away. Indeed, something had to be done, for they lived in such constant fear of her claws that they hardly dared stir from their dens by night or day. Many plans were discussed, but none of them was thought good enough. At last, a very young mouse got up and said, "I have a plan that seems very simple, but I know it will be successful. All we have to do is hang a bell about the cat's neck. When we hear the bell ringing, we know immediately that our enemy is coming." All the mice were much impressed that they had not thought of such a plan before. But in the midst of the rejoicing over their good fortune, an old mouse arose and said, "I will say that the plan of the young mouse is very good, but let me ask you one question. Who will bell the cat?"
All right, who will bell the cat? Before we think about what the theme is, what the moral is, let's talk about what happened in the story. So what happened in this particular story, Belling the Cat?
Well, they needed to find some way of knowing when the cat was coming so they wouldn't get eaten by it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And so what happened next?
Then one of them got a really good idea that all of them agreed on, except there was one problem. They didn't know who would bell the cat since they're so afraid of it.
Right. Had an idea. Everyone likes the idea, but how do we make the idea happen? So let's think about the events that just happened. We'll count down for 10 seconds, and then we'll reveal the moral. So this is your opportunity to see if you can guess what the moral is. Let's go. All right, and it is.
It is one thing to say that something should be done, but it is quite a different matter to do it.
What does that mean?
It means that it's like an expression when people say, it's like when people say easier said than done.
Hey, That's a good one. Easier said than done. So, for example, if you sat at home and said, easier said than done, give yourself 2 points because that was a good one. It's easy to come up with ideas and plans, but it's much harder to put that plan into action. So that is our moral for today. Thanks for listening and tune back in. And remember, Barnes Brother Books, our goal is to provide diverse books for all readers. And we have a new book coming out August 2020 called Dear Curly Hair. See you soon.